My verses are riddles, not because I fear clarity, but because I fear pity. So I paint joy in public, and cry in metaphors. They applaud when I say love is eternal. But do they hear the tremor in the ink? The way the pen stutters when I write her name? She was a whisper I lost in a roar. She was the sea I could not hold. The end. So I built castles in the sand, death smiling, while the tide came for everything I hid. At night, I remove my crown. The end. I become a boy again, barefoot in memory, die bleeding in silence. No stage, no camera, no obligation to pretend. There, beneath the emptiness, dot my poems weep in full. They say, this is the prince's truth. He was celebrated, but he was alone. And in that loneliness, he wrote of roses. They. So no one would see the thorns in his breath. The garden of my words is lush. But each flower grew from sorrow. Each bloom carries the scent of something I dared not say aloud. When they praise my lines, I bow with grace. But I wonder that if they knew where the poem truly came from, would they still smile? Do they not see the grief? Death as grandeur? My poetry is not just a crown. It's a confession. And every time they cheer, I mourn silently. For the boy who never got to cry. Then the sunlight, I have become the mask they needed, joyful, brave, untouchable. But behind the verses, I still remember the look in her eyes, that when she said goodbye. The line I wrote that night, the wa was never read aloud. She left like dusk, slowly. But once she was gone, nothing felt warm again. And so I wrote of stars, so they wouldn't ask why my skies were always cloudy. They crowned me in gold, draped me in robes, kissed by light. The end, whispered, you are the joy of the people. I smiled not for joy, but to hide the ache, nestled just beneath my ribs. There's a kind of sorrow that learns how to grin, sayu, how to wear elegance, like armor forged from wounds. Every festival lit the sky, but darkened my soul a little more. The fireworks they adored too felt like explosions inside me. Memories set ablaze. People saw colors. I saw fragments. They saw celebration. I saw shadows of what I had lost. And when they handed me flowers, I smiled. But a poet can smell grief, even in rose petals. She once told me, you carry light so others can see. But who carries the dark for you? I had no answer. Just a notebook. The just lines that bled. They from a heart too full, too hollow. In every banquet, laughter spilled like wine. My verses sat quietly, at the edge of the table, they'd watching me pretend. To celebrate is to remember, what could have been different. Every echo of music reminded me of a silence that used to hum her name. She was the quiet between songs, the space between stars, and yet I raised a toast, danced, wrote verses that smiled. Oh, Fazza, and my nights are endless deserts of grief. Fazza, I call you, I call with the last voice of my soul, like a child crying for a father, like the ocean crying for the moon. But my call vanishes in the emptiness. My hands reach out to the sky, yet the sky stays silent. Why, Fazza? Why does your shadow walk in my dreams? Why does your smile break my heart? Why does your silence cut deeper than a sword? I cannot run from you, even when I hide, for your memory finds me, like the falcon finds the desert wind. The city is alive, but my soul is dead. The towers stand tall, but my hope collapses. The sea waves move, but my tears are still. The desert sings, but my heart is mute. Every sound is empty without your reply. Every echo is poisoned with your absence. Fazza, my tears are prayers, my cries are verses, my whispers are broken wings of longing. I write your name upon the sand, but the waves erase it. I carve your name upon the stone, but time erodes it. I shout your name into the sky, but silence devours it. Still my heart refuses to stop. Still my tears refuse to rest. Still my soul whispers, Fazza, come back, Fazza, hear me. Every night I bury myself in sorrow, yet every dawn I rise again to call you. The pain is eternal, the distance infinite, but love, O Fazza, love is unkillable. Even if my body turns to dust, even if my voice breaks into silence, my tears will continue whispering, my soul will continue crying, and the earth itself will tremble with one last name. Fazza, 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 Fazza. Once held hands with forever. I once touched the stars above, but forever slipped into never, and I lost my only love. Brother, you think I am waiting for someone who will make me whole, but my heart is a torn manuscript with no reader for my soul. At night I see the shadows of the one who walked away. I whisper their name in silence, but silence has nothing to say. Yes, I am single, I admit it, but not in the way you assume. For my life is a locked chamber where only sorrow makes room. Each time you ask, I shiver, as if a wound is pressed. For you see only my laughter, but not the ache in my chest. I smile to protect your kindness. I laugh so you don't see the chains of love long broken that still imprison me. Yes, brother, I walk alone. Yes, my nights are bare. But single is not just status, it's a cross I always bear. If love was a river once flowing, mine has turned to dust. If trust was a light once glowing, mine has betrayed my trust. So, when you ask again tomorrow, with your teasing, gentle tone, remember,